Hey, what's up, Fiverr community? This is Uni. I'm an urban voiceover artist, and I've been on Fiverr since 2013. I originally started out on Fiverr as a buyer. I was looking for cheaper alternatives to marketing and promoting the music that I was recording and releasing. For a long time before 2013, I guess I was paying pretty high prices for like flyers and posters and stuff like that. And to keep going as an independent artist, you always got to find ways to not only make money but kind of cut costs so you keep money in your pocket. So I was doing research, and I don't remember exactly how I came across Fiverr, but I came across Fiverr. So from 2013, I would use Fiverr for different things like a new logo or a poster or a flyer for a show. And I got great results, and I was paying less than I was than previously when I was using other services before Fiverr, which would usually be an individual that would meet, through a referral or something like that. So between 2013 and 2016, I was strictly a buyer, and I didn't even use Fiverr that much. I would go on there every once in a while when I was really in a crunch, because I just didn't have the confidence in it. But then I would build confidence with every gig I would order because I would get great service, and I wasn't paying that much. I was paying a lot less, and the quality of the work was great. So in 2016, the beginning of 2016, I decided to start selling on Fiverr. And it was just, I guess it was a natural progression because up until 2016, I kept finding ways to cut costs in my business and save money, and especially using Fiverr services. So, as I was saving money, I kept thinking to myself, well, how could I turn this around? How could I make more money? Not just save money, but make money. And it didn't dawn on me for the first 3 years I was on Fiverr. I could not figure out what I could sell for $5, what I was willing to sell for $5. And then, one time, like towards the end of January, I set up a DJ drop gig, and I didn't think anybody was gonna, order it. In the past, I was doing DJ drops, and I would go to the studio where I would pay $50 to $65 for an hour, and I would cut like 75 DJ drops. And that would be the drops I would send out to DJs so they would play my record on their college radio or commercial radio, whatever, the case. But then for the first time, like I said, my first gig was 5 dry vocal drops, DJ drops. And somebody actually paid me, and I recorded it out of my home. And I thought it was amazing. It was just such an amazing experience. I didn't think that could happen. So I continued to do, that was my first gig, and I think it took about a week maybe after I put the gig up, and it was towards the end of January. So if you think about it, January I only earned $4, but I was so ecstatic about it. Then after that, I kept doing DJ drops, and that $4 turned to 16, and then the 16 turned to whatever 68, and then it went to 200, and this is from month to month. It was going really, really slow. But what I noticed is that I was getting paid for something that I would pay for. So I was looking at it twofold. And at the time, I wasn't working a full-time job. I was working at a gym where I wanted to be on the microphone because I'm a performing artist. So I finally walked away. I was in IT, and I couldn't dedicate all my time to my craft. So I went and found things that I could dedicate time to my craft, which was being on the microphone. So I was working at a gym where I could be on the microphone, cardio classes. And then with Fiverr, it turned around that I got a chance to record every day. Or it started to become more frequent with Fiverr because I was recording my voice, that is my craft for like the last 15 years. Except I was divvying it up with what I thought was, what was my job to pay bills. And then I started to notice that Fiverr was able to take over some of those bills because, like I said, the sales started to increase. By May, I was moving full steam ahead. Not completely like as much of a salary as I was when I was working. I was working with computers at the time and while I was doing music. But I was banking on Fiverr. Come May, it was totally Fiverr and totally the gym. And with starting out doing the DJ drops, what I found the most interesting, it opened up the doors for other things. I started getting into voiceovers. I was still rapping, but I was doing corporate raps. You know, companies would come to me and they would, you know, pay a little bit higher price than the average guy on the street, which was pretty cool. Because up until then, it was really hard to, you know, if you don't have a hit record, a lot of guys don't, you know, they might see you reach a certain level of success, but they still don't want to pay for your services, I guess, in a way. So it was really great. Like I said, January through May, really slow, but I saw a constant progression. And the other great part about it was that I was constantly learning. So I had to constantly educate myself on the recording and mixing process. I already knew from going to other studios, but now I was doing it on my own. And then I even got into jingles come May, which was pretty great. So then I had to brush up on music production. And it was just and now I'm like 2 months away from a year as a seller on Fiverr. And it's just amazing what has happened in the last year. I've worked on commercials, and for years I kept saying I was gonna do commercials and I couldn't find a way to break in. I've done so many voiceovers for movies, for TV commercials, radio voiceovers. I've done jingles for businesses. I even did a fight song for a college, and it's just like, my mind is blown in the first year. And that little $4 that I started out with, I'm glad I didn't get discouraged within the first 5 to 6 months of Fiverr, because man, I stuck it out, and like this first year has been great. And I'm really looking to make Fiverr, I don't want to say my sole source of income, but really a mainstay where it can take care of everything, and then I can get other sources of income to supplement around Fiverr. And then because it just gives you so much mobility. And like a perfect example is that in the summertime, I was actually in Miami with my family, spending time with my family, and I was still able to take jobs. And this is what I wanted to find out. Would I be able to be mobile and to still work and deliver service? So I was still getting orders, and I tried to push the orders away because I was away, but people still wanted what they want. But I was a little bit nervous because I couldn't give them I wasn't in my home studio, so I couldn't give them the same quality. But people still wanted it, and I still did the jobs, got great response. I'm still at 5-star review. And it showed me that, yeah, I could be mobile as long as I had my laptop and my microphone and you know, some skeleton type equipment to get busy. I could offer services, and I mean, it was a great experience. So I do want to I want to keep growing in Fiverr, because unlike going to a job or like even going to the gym, I have to physically be there. This, I could be mobile. I could do it at my home. I could do it halfway around the world. And I've been spending a lot of time with my family, and Fiverr has been a hell of an experience, and I gotta thank you guys. Thanks. This is Uni. Check me out. My username is univsolmc at Fiverr. Come and check me out for voiceovers, DJ drops, and jingles, and you know, if you need those rap vocals. I'll talk to you later. Peace.